What's up, clever masterminds? Clever Boy 86 here. And last year, my mom and I attended Vidcon. And since I'm going to Vidcon this year, I figured I'd have her share her experience at Vidcon last year and just talk about some of the stuff she learned from going to VidCon last year. So, here she is. All right, Ma, you ready? All right. Go ahead.
So we went to VidCon last year because Sebastian wanted to go. I didn't know what to expect because I didn't even know what VidCon was. So we went for a couple of days. I worked for a magazine last year, and I pitched a story to them so I could cover it. And so when Sebastian and I got there to Anaheim, we were pretty surprised at how many people were there. There were like hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Yeah, there were like thousands of people.
Thousands
there.
of people. And most of them were probably like 16 or under. So it was really interesting to see all these kids who are really, really into YouTube. And so the convention, this Anaheim Convention Center, there were 3 levels where VidCon was. The first level was like the main convention floor. That was probably the most fun part. They had a lot of like companies, like digital companies, basically having like these swag tables where you can get like little bags or candy or like trinkets or stickers. And basically you could go on like these little photo booths. So you can take like cool Instagram pics with backgrounds. There were also on the first floor, there were also all these panels where they had speakers, like really big YouTube stars, like they would have like presentations and things like that. And it was really cool to see them up close and personal. And the second and third levels were these panels, like where kids can go and like learn more about how to run their YouTube channel as a real business. So it was very informative for these teenagers who like really were really on top of it. It was great. It was amazing to see them be very entrepreneurial at such a young age. So but it was really cool. But unfortunately, Sebastian didn't have a pass to go to the second or third floor. I did because I had the creator pass, but he only had the community pass. So we tried to sneak him up the stairs a few times, and he got turned away every single time. Because
I only got caught once.
You got caught once.
Twice.
Yeah, so we got all tried to be sneaky about it, like he hiding his badge like under his shirt. But they're like, you have to have your badge outside your shirt at all times, because all the badges are color coded.
But this year, I got the creator badge, so I'll be able to go up to the second floor, which is where a lot of the big YouTubers are. The third floor is just like the CEOs of YouTube, but I got the creator badge this year, so I'll be going up to the second floor, which is pretty fun. So yeah.
But the downstairs was probably like the most fun. So I think Sebastian will have a great time this year. He will have 4 days, and he will get to sit in some of the panels and like really learn how to make YouTube be a business. And the third floor was really cool because you have all these like sort of the heads of all these companies. So basically like look at all these YouTube channels and see which ones are more or the most marketable and things like that. So I think VidCon is a great experience for young people learning the business, and gives them kind of an idea how tough it is really to be a YouTube star and how much it takes to keep it going once you are. So I think it's a good investment for people to go if they really think that YouTube is their they take YouTube as seriously as they do. So I'm sad to miss it this year, but I will be traveling and won't be able to go.
Would you ever go again?
Yeah, I would definitely go again. I'd probably take you next year.
Yeah, 2019?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Mom.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So earlier today, there was some news released about The Walking Dead. And it's basically that Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie, and Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick, are both going to be leaving The Walking Dead in Season 9. And Dad read a few articles about this, so I'll let him explain what's going on, and we'll give our thoughts. All right, Dad, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
So, it's my understanding that the end of this upcoming season, which is season 9, Andrew Lincoln, as you said, and
Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen, they'll both be leaving the series, and they're each appearing in only 6 episodes in this upcoming season. I don't know, probably not even together, you know.
Yeah.
Which is that's a different topic right there. But they're leaving at the end of this next season, and I think that has huge implications for the show.
Yeah.
And supposedly then the show creators have offered Norman Reedus just a lot of money to take over the lead role and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's my understanding so far.
Yeah, so, anyways, basically, Andrew Lincoln, he obviously plays Rick, the main character. He's going to be leaving The Walking Dead in Season 9, which it's going to have a huge effect on the show because, in my opinion, Rick is sort of the character is holding the show together. So I don't know how they're going to do the show without Rick. I'm thinking, the best move is to just end it with Season 9 if, Rick and Maggie are both leaving. I think that would be the best move. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Dad?
Well, I think obviously since they're offering all this money to Norman Reedus that they don't have any intention of ending it at Season 9. Now, might that be the best move? Yes, that might be the best move, but it doesn't seem like that's what they're even thinking about doing. So there's that. The other thing is, you said something really interesting that, that Andrew Lincoln as Rick has been the kind of the glue that's held everything together. And you and I, we've talked about this a lot. In recent years, in recent seasons, I guess the past couple seasons, the show's just kind of gone in these different directions that I don't feel have always been that successful.
Yeah.
And with that, we've also seen a lot less of Rick as the leader and of the core group. The group has always been spread out in different areas, and it's been less. So to my way of thinking, as the series has gotten less compelling and less tight and less interesting to me, they've shifted the focus away from the core group. And so I only think that then if Rick is no longer there, then unless they come up with something really new, then I just see the show kind of going in, I don't really know, but not a good direction.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the past couple seasons?
It just hasn't captivated me in the way that it has in the past,
Yeah.
It just hasn't. Negan was a great villain, but I don't know.
They dragged out that story way too long.
They dragged it out too long, and then there was just a lot of questionable stuff going on with Rick and Rick's group, really, and the group was just in too many different places, and there was too many different threads, and it used to be a much tighter story to me.
Yeah.
It used to be a much tighter series, and it's not anymore.
But just because the actors are leaving doesn't mean that their characters necessarily have to be killed off. They could just leave the show, but I don't know how they would do that, without... I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of weird if they did that, if they just kind of left, I don't know. I don't know how they would do that. But the problem with killing off Rick and Maggie, if you kill off Maggie, the whole Green family is dead. Glenn's dead, Herschel, Beth, Maggie, they'd all be dead. So, there's nothing really, left of that storyline. And if you kill off Rick, Rick's, he's the main character, and, they already killed off Carl. And, I don't know, I feel like that would make Carl's death kind of pointless. I feel like if they hadn't killed off Carl, maybe it would have worked better, but I don't know. Anyways, how do you think the show could, recover from losing Rick and Maggie?
I don't think that there's a good recovery for it. I agree with you that I think it's a good place to end.
Yeah.
And, I think one of the interesting things that you were talking about is that, okay, so The Walking Dead has never been shy about killing off characters that we love, and that's one of the things that's great about it, I think, it's always, it's a gutsy move for a show to kill off people that you like and characters that you love. But at the same time, Rick was really this center of the story, and now it's kind of a story about... I'm just trying to envision the storyline with Rick and Maggie gone, and it's really a story about a lot of people I don't care that much about.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Daryl and Michonne are there. But...
Well, yes, but yes, I love Daryl, love Michonne. You know, there's still a few people, but by and large, it used to be this group that I felt really invested in. You know.
Yeah.
But now it's just like a couple characters, and there's all these other people that I'm sort of like, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
And that's always been one of my complaints about. Fear of the Walking Dead is that I could not get into those characters.
Yeah,
and so if the characters from the Walking Dead, the original, are gone that I like so much, for me personally as a viewer, I'm just gonna be like, whatever, unless they do something spectacular with the show. I just see myself kind of drifting away from it if they keep on in the direction it's been going.
Yeah, I feel like for season 9. If they can find a way to sort of tie it back to the beginning, and like make season 9 really good, and kill off Rick and Maggie, whatever. If they can make season 9 really good, and then end it there, I feel like that would be the best move.
Yeah.
Because The Walking Dead, I don't know, it's gone downhill in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I still love it. It's still a really great series. I don't know if it's like really great. I mean, it's a good series. There's some aspects that I like of it.
And it's great for what it was.
Yeah.
It's great for what it was. It was a great groundbreaking series. You can't ever take that away from it
Like seasons 1 through 6 were amazing.
The pilot is one of the best pilots ever of a TV show. Absolutely. So, that's you can't take that away. And I think go out strong. Go out strong. I'm with you.
Yeah, if they can make season 9 amazing, then, I would be left satisfied, I would, be like, okay, Walking Dead was a really great show. It had a couple seasons that weren't so great, but overall, I would be satisfied with the overall series. But if they keep going to, season 10, 11, 12, and they don't have Rick and Maggie, I just think The Walking Dead's going to fizzle out, and it's just going to be a pale shadow of what it used to be. And that's I don't want to see that happen because it's one of my favorite series of all time, and I feel like they should just end it with season 9. But yeah, any other thoughts?
No, I think you're absolutely right. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see it not be dragged out and become a shell of its former self, and to go out on something really big. And and you're right what you said earlier. The characters wouldn't necessarily have to die. But I don't see. I think that seeing them kind of ride off into the sunset, I don't really see that happening either.
Yeah.
It is The Walking Dead after all, and the only way to really know what happens to someone is to know that they're dead.
Yeah.
So I imagine that they will die. Where the story goes from there, I guess we can only see. But I hope it is strong. I hope it goes. I hope they do the right thing, and either if they do a really great season 9 and it's really compelling and Rick and Maggie die, but I still feel like it was done well and it's engaging, sure. And they go into season 10, sure, I'll watch it absolutely. But it's a pretty tall order to fill what they're setting out to do. So
yeah.
And you're definitely right about Carl dying, his character. That seems like that wouldn't really have had to happen if Rick's just going to die the next season,
Yeah.
Because we have talked about before, Carl, as before he died, as a replacement for Rick in the future or something like that. But to have Carl die and then Rick die the next season and Maggie die, it's going to have to be something really great for the story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't think, Daryl, Michonne, and Carol are the only 3 characters I can think of that could really carry on the series. But there's a bunch of other characters that I don't really care about, Tara, Rosita.
Yeah, not that vested in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, nice.
Well, that's what I think.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, you're welcome.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog, because tomorrow Dad and I are going to be talking about some of our best summer experiences. I've already got 2 in mind. I'm trying to think of a third one. So I'll tell you guys those in tomorrow's vlog. And also have Dad share some of his summer experiences, from when he was a kid. And then Thursday's vlog is going to be my May is Over video. And then Friday's vlog is going to be my reflection on the South Dakota series. Since we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary since the South Dakota series started, and the 1-year anniversary since it ended. So I'll be doing like a reflection video on the South Dakota series and the year that I spent there. So stay tuned for that on Friday. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all for the next one. Alright. Bye, guys. Alright, so Dad's got a special announcement for you guys. I know I already did the outro, but figured I'd have Dad share this. Alright, you ready, Dad?
Yeah.
Right.
So we've talked about this before about my friend who's moving here into this apartment, and so I just found out tonight that we may be going up there. Nothing confirmed yet. We may be going up there to help her move some of her stuff down in advance of when she moves down later on in the month of June. So this may happen as soon as next week. I don't know for sure yet. We're kind of looking at this right now. So
And obviously I'd be going with you because I'm with you this whole month. So
right, yeah.
I'd
It'd be you and
vlogging it,
you and I going up there, flying basically up to a town near where she's at, and then, you know, going to her place and packing up some stuff, loading up a truck and driving it back here. Wouldn't be a very long trip, just as long as probably fly in one day, you know, and then load some stuff and leave the next or something like that. And
Yeah.
bring it back here. So. Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, thanks, Dad.
You bet, and I will certainly keep you posted as we know some stuff over the next couple days.
Alright, yeah, thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.